or who is implementing multi-tiered systems of support or response to intervention? That is also a very good question, and we have been working with our Office of Innovation and Whole Child Supports, and Cindy Dewey, Innovation and School Improvement and Innovation. Oh my goodness, around kind of a framework for multi-tiered systems of support so that across the agency we can talk about it consistently too. I think when we ask districts about their MTSS, most say we're doing it, but how effective it is, we don't know, unless we have a grant with them and we get in there. We do, through the literacy grants, work with our districts, and we use what's called a reading tiered fidelity inventory. I can get you that link, which looks at systems of support within a district. So there are different categories within that. It is a valid and reliable tool out of Michigan. Dare I say it's out of Michigan? It is a very good tool, and we've used it with our Striving Readers grantees and our Comprehensive Literacy State Development grantees. It's a systems level assessment. It's self-reflection, they report, but it's facilitated by like a literacy expert to dig and ask probing questions, and I can get you that. You might be interested in.
Thank you. And Mr. Toal?
Yes, thank you, Madam Vice President. The one thing that Melissa said that I think was really critical was in regard to the Riverside School District. And the difference was that superintendent created a focus on literacy. And from a planning standpoint, I mean, I believe what we heard is this is the stuff we're doing, but I'm not sure I heard anything or a lot about what is going forward and what areas we're going to emphasize. I'm not sure. I know, I think that's one of the things we need to do, at least from setting these budget priorities, is that, this is what we're going to be focusing on. In my view, this problem is so clear, it's clear to everybody in the state. The solution, the goal is reasonably clear. And we're looking for the experts for some solutions. To Member Johnson's comment earlier in the day about there are districts that are outliers that are performing extraordinarily well, and I'm not sure why we don't have already the narrative of how that was accomplished. Much like in Melissa's comment with regards to Riverside, and then figured out a way to actually expand that across the state. This problem it's like we said, wasn't new in 2019, and it's only gotten worse. So the fact that we don't have specific strategies that we can say, there's so much resources. It's unbelievable the level of resources that we have available. So much support from the citizens, from the legislature, from the governor. But I think what everybody's looking for is who's going to carry the flag? Who's the person who's going to get everybody online? I think it's absolutely unacceptable, Superintendent, that you have to go ask your department heads, how are you going to help me impact literacy? They should be just tearing your door down. This problem is so clear. There's only the number one thing that impacts people's lives and their ability to succeed in life is the ability to read. People have known that for centuries, and here we are. We started out. We've dropped back by 300%. So this is my take on it. I'm just going to tell you what I would do. I'd say we're going to get this operation back up to where we were performing in 2019 as a minimum. And that's based on the change of to the 683 or 685 or whatever it was. If we had 18% of the people, if we had 82% of the third graders passing then, in July of 2023, 82% of the people in the state are going to accomplish it. That flag needs to be run up the hill. And I'm sensitive to the issue of the fact that we don't have a superintendent, and I'm sensitive, Superintendent Siddons, that you've been handed a bucket of crap in this deal, but the team is able to do it. You've got the best people in the state. All they need is focus. You've got the people, you've got the resources. You know what the best things are. Let's not wait until somebody else is going to do the job. This is a significant, one of the reasons why I voted for Dakin, and I think a number of the other members voted for Dakin, was his idea that this is going to be a Marshall Plan, and we're in a crisis. The crisis didn't go away just because Dakin went away. The crisis is still there, and he dang sure wasn't going to fix the problem. So it's this whole idea of coming together. Where are we? What's my goal? How am I going to measure it? And then what are the strategies, and who is responsible for each one of these strategies? Focus. I'll throw this one out for you. Your urban districts suck. Literacy sucks. If somebody isn't doing something about that, you're missing a big opportunity for a win. The other opportunity you've got, Chris just told you, you're halfway to the goal. Chris, you're halfway there. You haven't done a thing. So I'm passionate about this because I see the win so close. It's not out of our reach. And I just don't see the focus, the drive to bring it across the line. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm a little bit overly critical about stuff. I understand that. I come from a different world. But when I see the opportunity out there for the department to make a huge win and get credit for it, I don't understand why we're not grasping it and running with it. It's there for us. Well, I got a little bit carried away. But that's my definition of success, Superintendent. Hey, I don't expect 100% of the kids to read, but if we can get back to 82 by the end of next year, I think that's an enormous win. And I would encourage you to get your team behind that. As far as the budgeting, please don't ask me to put together a proposal that says we need $150 million, $500 million to improve literacy. That is not a plan. I know the problem is literacy. You don't have to respond if you don't want to. That's all right. That's all right. I'm on your team. I really want to see us win this